All right, guys. Welcome back. It is me, Science with another Anime Adventures video. So today I am going to show you guys the brand new unit evoed Megumi. So Megumi, the Chimera Shadow, is obviously the newest unit that a lot of people are saying are kind of replacing Blackbeard and putting Blackbeard out of use. So I actually am going to show you guys if that's true or not. Yeah, let's get started. I'm going to load up into a Planetnemic. Make sure that before we start this, you have a kind of generalized opinion on kind of an opinion-based like view. So this is down to opinion. Now, obviously, how you take my opinion is going to be based onto you. For a lot of people, my opinion kind of does matter because of my kind of like ranking on leaderboard runs, and a lot of people are not going to be like, a lot of people are not going to see it that way, which is fine. That's totally normal. But Megumi, in my opinion, is going to be probably one of the most game-changing things, for the reason that Cursed is generally applied through Blackbeard, and Blackbeard is a full AoE unit that you would place around corners, for example, like this one, and you would place Blackbeard and he would generally just get everything cursed and increase your damage by 15%. Now, I do understand why people kind of don't see that as like a useful sense, because obviously Megumi is not full AoE, but I do want to explain why I think he is still going to be useful, why he's still going to be better than Blackbeard, and why I think the LB kind of scene is going to change a lot more because of this change. Before I kind of transition into me upgrading everything, I do want to tell you guys to make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on post notifications. We just hit 1K. I do appreciate everyone who's followed and kind of supported kind of like my YouTube startup. And that I'm also live on Twitch. So if you do want to see, I do kind of help out people and help out anyone that wants kind of like a carry or just general advice. It is twitch.tv/Scientra if for anyone that is interested in that. You know, if you want to come hang out or watch me do leaderboard runs, I do stream my leaderboard runs and kind of like hang out and call with anyone in my own Discord. That is discord.gg/Scientra. Make sure to join it. It is super sick. We just did our 1K giveaway in there. And we are almost at 1K members in there, so it is going to be super tight. I'm going to kind of transition my upgrading. I'll be back once I'm back. Okay, so let's talk about Megumi for a second. Here, let me turn on his attack effect. Oh, they're already on. It is not super complicated how he works. Basically, he is a kind of like a Rima-based AoE, where he kind of just attacks and places curse. Now, for a lot of people that are going to be watching this, Curse is already fixed. I know that Curse had an issue earlier, yesterday or today, where Megumi's 3rd or 4th upgrade didn't apply Curse. Now, this is fixed, and this will be an updated review. For a lot of old reviews, Megumi was actually cursing. So yeah, I am going to show you the updated version of him. So at level 1, he is going to go 4K with a 7 SPA. He's going to increase his radius by 17, but he's going to still keep this Arima AoE. Goes up from 4K to 6K, almost 7K, probably 7K with level 100. Keeping that SPA. Going up to probably what is around 9.5K. Keeping a 6.9, or sorry, lowering his SPA to 6.5 and increasing his radius once again. So at level 4, he gets Owl Summon, which is kind of like a tile or two bigger for his AoE, and he increases his damage by 12k with a 6.1 SPA. So yeah, here we go. And it's pretty cool. He summons like an owl. Yeah, that shit's sick. Now his upgrade is almost 6k, and he's going up to 14, which at level 100 will be roughly almost like 16k with a 6.1 SPA 20 AoE. Up here, he's going to go to a 21k damage with a 5.6 SPA, which for a support unit, you want the slowest SPA possible. Now, keep in mind, he is doing a shit ton of damage, so that is going to change things. He's going to jump up to 25k with a 5.6 SPA. And then finally, at level 8, he's going to unlock Shadow Garden, which a lot of people think that is full AoE. It is not true. Megumi actually never does go up to full AoE. It just goes to a big size AoE, which is still useful as much. I just think people are overreacting. Now, a big drawback from here is that his SPA is no longer going from 5.6 SPA, but 7.9 SPA. So a lot of people are actually going to end up choosing Godspeed for this unit, which I do recommend. I feel like Godspeed is going to be the most ideal that you can get. Obviously, Divine is going to be the best, but Godspeed will probably just do just as much as, you know, Divine would, which is always good for a support unit. But yeah, I am going to upgrade him here. And Shadow Garden. So his actual tile AoE increases by a lot. I'm not really sure why the full AoE kind of plays out for Shadow Garden, but it does. And it does register as 2 to 3 attacks. It jumps up to 37k with a 7.9 SPA. The final upgrade going from 37 to 43k at max level. I'm assuming it's probably hitting 45k with a 7.5 SPA and a 24.2 AoE. This is pretty solid, and it is based on my stats. Your stats can vary. But yeah, as a support character, my honest opinion is that yes, it is going to change the way you place Blackbeard. I think it is going to be a lot better than Blackbeard, and I think Blackbeard has kind of served its time and a purpose for a while. So it is about time that we're able to kind of replace Blackbeard with a mythical unit. So what happened to Blackbeard? And how does Blackbeard operate? So I'm going to sell that and kind of place one Blackbeard. So Blackbeard at max level is doing nothing in damage, and he is doing a 4.4 SPA curse. So this curse is applying curse, this ability is applying curse to everything in sight, and is, you know, making everything take a 15% increase in damage. Megumu, with this added damage into his integrated like ability, curse will do just as fine, unless you have a map where curse, it needs to be applied into everything and has lots of corners. So what I mean by that is Megumu will shine in places where line AoE is going to be your main focus, but will not work out as well as you might think on maps that were kind of like curve based, like Hollow, or, you know, generally like big map, like places where you need a lot of curse. Now you could operate Megumu in a different, like a different way by kind of applying Megumu where the units are starting to get attacked. But for most people, they want to enjoy the availability of being able to place Blackbeard, I think in like 5 different locations, which I understand. You know, being able to place Blackbeard throughout the whole map is obviously going to be a lot more useful than just having a circle AoE that kind of targets the line as it runs. But I do understand that with the idea that Megumu will be able to kind of just do that if you just switch it to closest. So if you switch like this one to closest, and then put another one here to closest, and another one here to closest, and then put another one here to first, that way it kind of generally is always following the line. It would just do the same thing. There's kind of no reason to be fulfilling every single part of the map with Blackbeard buff, but Megumu will kind of operate in a similar way as long as you're putting strategy into the way you're running your LBs. So yes, I do think Megumu is going to be the meta, and I do think that he is going to change the way kind of how people are Blackbeard buffing. And there's nothing to be upset over. This is kind of a great way to kind of get a response into, you know, why we want changes into leaderboard and what we kind of need, and, you know, the kind of things that are missing, because for the longest we did struggle with not having heal units when Hollow came out, and having to rely on just Uryu to do damage that wasn't even like applicable to what the actual current meta was. So yeah, with this, we are kind of showing that, yeah, it is possible to do, and it is possible to kind of change these meta units that have been in place for a long time and replace them with mythical versions. What I think is Megumu will be a lot better. I'm gonna turn this down. Holy shit. Now, with that being said, I do think Blackbeard will have its times to kind of still be operational. Obviously, if you don't have Megumu, just use Blackbeard, you'll be fine. But if you do want to increase and maximize the amount of DPS that you're doing, this Megumu is going to be doing a lot more than just your Blackbeard would. But yes, if you would ask me, this is a great change. This is going to be top of meta, and a lot of people are actually going to use this to their advantage and change the way kind of how we look at cursed buff. So I think it's great. So if you are caught up, I am going to be posting videos every single day of the week soon. I'm working on it right now actually, so if you are interested, please make sure to like, subscribe, turn on post notification. I am going to be showing all of the new units, and I do have stuff like my unique Kent, which I just made a video on, and a unique Goju. So I am going to wait until I kind of evo him and have like multiple evos onto him. But if you are interested, I am showing this in my Discord pretty much all the time and on stream. So if you are interested in joining them, it is discord.gg/Sintra, and I'm live on Twitch every other day, so it is twitch.tv/Sintra. Make sure to join. I do appreciate everyone who's been swinging by the stream or on YouTube or joining my Discord and saying hi. Yeah, so there's my review. If you are interested in any more, I will be reading the comments and kind of answering questions as they go. But yeah, thanks for coming. Bye.